What is up, guys? It's your boy G, and I am back again. This time, I am doing something a little bit different. As you guys know, JD, he normally does the uploads for the beginning after the end. But he is further along in the chapters. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm starting a new series of the beginning after, but from the very beginning. For those who aren't familiar with it, I'm bringing it from the very beginning, which means like chapter 1 or chapter 0 or the prologue, whatever it begins at. And just to bring you up to stuff, so I'm gonna be reading chapters here and there to catch you up to where JD is, and then you guys will pick up with him continually doing all the new stuff. So these drops will be random. They don't have like specific days or anything. I'm just gonna be dropping them, so keep a lookout for them. But yeah, so for those who are not familiar, I'm going to go into details about what this is about. So it's about King Gray. He has unrivaled strength, wealth, and prestige in the world, governed by a martial ability. However, solitude lingers closely behind those with great power. Beneath the glamorous exterior of a powerful king lurks the shell of a man, devoid of purpose and will. Reincarnated into a new world filled with magic and monsters, the king has a second chance to relive his life, correcting the mistakes of his past, and will not only be challenged. However, underneath the peace and prosperity of the new world is an undercurrent threatening to destroy everything he has worked for, questioning his role and reason for being born again. So, doesn't that sound good? It doesn't matter if it don't sound good or not. We know this shit is lit. So I'm proud to present to you the beginning of the beginning after the end. Let's get into it. Yikes, let's do this. So this chapter is titled The End of the Tunnel, so let's do it. I never believed the phenomenon people refer to as the light at the end of the tunnel. Those rare occurrences where people after waking from near-death experiences would exclaim, "I saw the light," with a cold sweat rolling down the side of their face. I've never understood that either. Yet here I am in this supposed tunnel. But how did I die? The last thing I remember, I was alone in my room. So like I told you guys in a little description of what we are reading, he was a king, so that's why his room looked so nicely. Looking at the city from above. After that, my body felt heavy as I laid down on my bed. Was I poisoned? Was I assassinated? Think, Gray. There were too many that wanted me dead. After all, I was a king. The beginning after the end. I'm excited. I like this actually. I've read most of this, well, a huge part of it. I'm not as far as JD, so I am familiar with what exactly is kind of going on. So yeah, not too much in the dark. So my reactions won't be that genuine. But I have forgotten some of the stuff, so hey, well, let's just go into it. Well, as much as I wanted to figure out my death, I couldn't do anything about it anymore. No choice but to go along with it. There better not be some chore of babies with wings and wings singing at the end. What did I say? Did I say a chore? I mean a choir. I'm sorry about that. A choir. I don't know why I said chore. Congratulations, sir and madam. He's a healthy boy. This is his rebirth. Was I just giving birth to? Hold him out a bit, dear. I can't see him. Does that mean the light at the end of the tunnel is the light coming through a woman's? No, that's not important. He's beautiful. He has your hair. So this is his parents now. This is his rebirth. Wherever I am, I can understand the language. That's a good sign. A bright and gentle smile that permeates a motherly love. I can't help but think how beautiful, how charming she is. He has your eyes, honey. With a strong jaw and fiercely sharp brow, I'm sure this man is strict and serious. Hi, little Art. I'm your daddy. Can you say dada? Ray, he was just born. Never mind. My surroundings seem normal enough. Yeah, because you see armor and whatnot. What in the... Where am I? Weeks slowly trickled by. Although my mother, Alice, was a gentle and kind-hearted person, she held the reins tightly in the family. My father, Reynolds, was a dependable and charismatic man. If you ignore his occasional childishness, while I was thankful I had been born to a loving family, my life was filled with difficulties I wouldn't wish upon even my enemies. The little command over my limbs, the inability to even control the bodily functions that came along with the prisons of flesh. His farting, shitting, his shit, he couldn't change his own self. Perhaps years of mental fortitude honed as a king, representative of my country, and the ever faint hope that this was all a dream were the only things keeping me sane. It seemed I had been transported to the past in a much more archaic period. Did people usually carry around weapons in the past? Yeah, because if you'd have seen, his where he was at looked more futuristic. Let's go back a little bit. As he looked out that window, you see it looks like stuff's flying around. We can't really get a good image, but you could tell that's more futuristic, like modern town and whatnot, or futuristic town. Where here he's like in an old marketplace, like it just looks old as hell, like King Arthur time type stuff. Elixirs great for endurance, just 2 coppers. I guess I'm supposed to assume these vials of suspicious looking liquids they're passing off as medicine are being sold legally. My little Art must be tired. How about we go head back home now? I'll take 3 elixirs from my husband. Yeah, he looks fucking, he looks like my son. My son's ready to fucking call it. Straight up. Knowledge is strength. I've assessed my surroundings over the past week, and I'm confident that I now have a firm grip on what to expect. Daddy's home. How's my little man doing? Oosh. Ray, what are you going to do if you drop him? As expected of such a fragile body. To think I will be reduced to this state by a mere toss. Damn, he's all like motion sick and stuff like that. Haha, my father did this when I was young. Look, dear, I think our little boy is having fun. No, he looks fucking sick. Whoosh, whoosh. Ray! Ooh. Ooh. When the crying fucking begins, that's the part I'm not stoked for. I can't deal with that crying stuff. Dude. You're okay, my little baby. Damn, he got lumps on his head. See, that stuff I don't remember. He got lumped up. Mom was not playing around. Let mommy fix you up. He's busting out a little magic. They're all better. I think I spoke too soon. Perhaps I know nothing of this world after all. The beginning after the updates 3 times a month on the 7th, the 17th, and the 27th. Stay tuned. All right, so that's actually older. It doesn't really follow that anymore. But we're going to the next episode, so we're going to episode 2. So in my previous life, I was a king. So we're actually getting a little flashback into the previous life when he was actually a king and all that good stuff. I led armies. I outdo representatives from countries all over the world. I was whooping that ass too. Yet, out of all my accomplishments, I've never been as proud as I am in this moment. I could crawl, baby. Dash, he getting up too. He is getting up. Ray, make sure he doesn't hit his head in the corner. Okay, you block him from getting near that shelf. Thump. So he finally sees himself in the mirror too. Oh, look, Art. He's looking at himself in the mirror. It's been months and I'm still not used to my new name. Oh, because his name was Gray. As a former king, Art is a little too cute for me. Well, I mean, yeah, King Arthur, right? So, although looking at myself here, I have to admit that I'm absolutely adorable. Watch out, future ladies. Prepare to be heartbroken. His family. Give him kisses. Sweet dreams, my little Art. Mission start. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so that was terrible. That was Mission Impossible, but my version. It was really, really, really fucking bad. So my man throws his blanket out, crawling out of his crib. Blah. Now that Alice thinks I've fallen asleep, I have approximately an hour or so before she comes back to check on me. See, so when he said he's getting his understanding of how everything goes on around, he's been timing it. He's been, taking intel on how or about like the daily lives of his family, so that he can sneak around and investigate and get more familiar with the time. Destination within reach. Full speed ahead. He's crawling into the library. Success. Ever since I discovered this place, I've been sneaking in every night to learn more about this world. So he sneaks into the little library. He reads books, history, to get him more familiar with what the hell or where the hell he actually is. Decathan, the continent, had been born and comprised of 3 major kingdoms. Eleanor, which is like a wolf, I don't know, deer thingy. Eleanor, the elven kingdom deep in the forest. Darv, the vast underground kingdom and the home of the dwarves. And Sapin, the human kingdom, and easily the most populated region. Both the world and my previous one shared a monarch system. But rulership here is passed down rather than earned. But I found early on that the world is vastly underdeveloped compared to my old world. But the reason for the lack of technological advancements, I realized, here it is. Beginner's Guide for the Privileged Mage, is because of magic. I think this is where I left off. So he is studying magic too as a little infant. So in my old world, we had a life force called Ki, used by practitioners to strengthen their bodies and weapons through rigorous training. This world has a similar force called mana. However, unlike Ki, which exists only inside a person, mana is present all around us. And scratching his little ass. 100. The power to control mana is largely genetic. Roughly 1 in 100 children possess it. Cursed diaper rash. Anyway, mana can be used in various ways. The 2 most common methods are augmenting and conjuring. Augmenters enhance their bodies with mana, allowing them to possess incredible strength, defense, and agility. However, their weaknesses lie in the limited range. Conjurers emit mana to the outside world, allowing them to bend their surroundings to their will. However, they must supplement their own mana core with mana from the outside world to form a spell. So, we see here that conjurers, because we have the augmenters who enhance their body. So augmenters augment, they enhance themselves, give themselves more strength, agility, make themselves move quicker. Excuse me, my nose is like itchy as hell. My allergies are bugging me. But I need to bring this content to you guys. However, so the conjurers, they emit mana from the outside of the world, allowing them to bend and change. They just change stuff pretty much at their own will. So pretty much their choice. This is, however, they must supplement their own mana core with mana from the outside world to form spells. So they take from the outside to pull in and to use. My mother was what they call a deviant, more specifically an emitter. They are rare, type of mage able to cast unique restorative magic or mana. According to this book of mages, first awakening happens between early adolescence to late teenage years. When their mana core manifests, the mana core sounded uncannily similar to the key center in my previous life. To form a key center, children were taught to meditate and sense the fragments of key scattered inside their bodies and gather them into a single place. I wonder. So he's doing a little meditating there. That's what you would do when you're dealing with key. It's working. It's where grab. So he got busted by his mom. There you are, Art. Worrying me like that. Damn, his hour passed quick. Oh, honey, are you having trouble taking a poopy? Mother, I'm about to begin my journey to become the greatest mage in the world. Do not make me out to be a constipated infant. Look at this. What? Whew. I guess you didn't have any trouble. Time to change your diaper. It turns out that amidst my concentration, I had indeed soiled my diaper. Alright. A doting mother. What the hell? So we got moms here reading, writing. It's been a little over 2 years now. Yet it still feels like I'm learning more and more about my baby each passing day. I reached a conclusion that Arthur has to be the most adorable baby, with his little patch of auburn hair and azure eyes that look at me most intelligently. Who even says that? Oh, her auburn color hair and what is it? Azure eyes instead of saying like blue eyes. Like, what the hell? I know he'll get into trouble in the future if I don't become a strict and dependable mother. It's not like I can rely on Ray. Ray's playing with his son. Doom. She's about to put the lump back on his fucking head, dude. My goodness, for goodness sakes, I caught him trying to teach my baby how to fight. And this was when he could barely crawl. Back in the city, weapon shop. My little man noticed in the weapon shop, he trying to get a weapon. One thing I noticed is that Arthur absolutely loves going into the small merchant strip in the center of Ashbury. So rather than shopping for groceries once or twice a week, we go downtown every other day. Glean. I'm not spoiling him. Oof. My man got magic. It's to have fresh food in the house and for educational purposes. Looking at Arthur grow up so quickly, I wonder how he will be when he's older. With Ray as his father, I have no doubt that he'll have an interest in becoming an adventurer. But I can't help but worry. I can only hope he fares better than the naive young teens hoping to make it big as adventurers. Now, if only I could do something about his perpetual habit of sneaking into the study. I'm tempted to move his crib into the study, but that's for another day. Beginning after the end. So he's watching his pops, because Pops is an adventurer. Approximately 2 years have passed since I first made my difficult journey to the study. I've learned a lot since, but I've been fascinated in learning new things every day. So his dad is like conjuring up something, but his dad's not a conjurer. That's right. He's been chanting something for a few minutes now, and he's concentrating really hard. He's an augmenter. I wonder what sort of magical phenomenon he'll conjure. Oh, just the rocks up. That's... Alright guys, I'm gonna end it there. So we were going into episode 4, but I'm gonna call it because the video getting a little bit long. And I know you guys ain't got no fucking patience for all that. So we will be back with this. I'm gonna keep, like I said, these drops are gonna be random. They're not gonna have specific days like Covenant. Covenant will be on Sundays and stuff like that because I try to do them live, keep them hot for you guys. But if you guys make sure to like and subscribe, dude, leave comments down below. Let us know what you guys really think. If they're mean, they're mean. But whatever. I mean, we take that criticism. We can always improve and being better. Just better stuff for you guys. I mean, overall, like, our quality of sound, the video quality, just let us know what's up, dude. And let us know if you like what we're reading, because now we will stop and pick up something else. Like I always say, I always pick up, find, discover new stuff and reading. But until the next video, I'll check you guys later. This has been the beginning after the end with G. You guys have a good one. Take care. God bless. I'm out. Peace.